icp7 in class programming, and let's get with it. Alright, so first things first, what we had to do was read in this website, get the URL. Then we're gonna take the URL and we're gonna get the content. That is, and the reason why I'm doing this in screenshots, you'll see why later, because the actual function, or not the functions, but running the tokenize and all that through the file was pretty big. So running the tokenize, just tokenizer, we get this kind of output. And actually, before I do all this, let me show you what the input file looks like. This is a few of the lines of the input file that we read in from the URL. So it had a total of like 2,000 or so lines. So tokenizing all of them was a long output. So it's basically what it will do. It'll take each word. It's one token. That's another token. It's another token. So it breaks it up. Then we got the POS. Which will tell what Amazon is, what IBM is, Shopify. Then it'll give it the classification of like speech, part of speech. So I'm not sure what all these are, but you can easily Google them to find out. Then we got the stem, which should read through that same file and get the stem of the word. So like if the word was, I couldn't say what this word is, it was probably project, but the stem of the project is project. So that's how stem works. You get the limitizer, and this is the output of that. Some random part of that file. You see it kind of changed from Google to Gucci. Then you got the trigrams, how many ways you can change a sentence. So let's see where we're at. The next morning, and all that. So there's that. Then you got the name entry recognition. I don't really understand how to read, but there's the output of that. Then we got the second part of the in-class programmer, which was changing a few of the things for a classifier. Now, the reason the screenshot looks different is because I was working with Marjan Tutu, and I would have showed it on my computer, but the download thing in here was not working, so I couldn't get the 20 news groups. Kept getting some error talking about permissions and stuff, so we just did it on his. So this one is when we, let's see, I believe this is when we changed the classifier to the K in neighbors classifier. And this would be the score that we get. And this is no, actually, never mind, scratch that. This is the one where we changed the K neighbor classifier. And that's the score we get. Meaning this one should be where we change the n-gram range up here. And we'll get that score. Then the third one is when we add the stop words English. And we get this score, which ends up being the highest score. So that's in-class programming 7.